It's like a fever dream mixed with ADHD. That's what this movie feels like. Yo, Andrew here. Today we're going to be talking about the movie Asteroid City by Wes Anderson. It's more of an absurdist film, if you will. Okay, so the plot of this film is... no. Well, no. If you... Here's how I'm going to describe this film. This film is about a screenwriter making a screenplay. And the screenplay doesn't really have to make sense. And all the characters and actors in this screenplay are doing their roles perfectly. But it doesn't make sense. It's kind of like observing a screenwriter create a film or a script that doesn't make sense. It's basically watching the process of it, the different aspects of it. This film is insane. That's what you need to know going in. Oh, and the name Asteroid City is completely arbitrary. Okay, so let's talk cons first, and then we'll talk pros right after. Con number one, this film makes no fucking sense. And that's kind of the point. It's absurd. Okay, so that's it. Let's move on to pros. Okay, so pro number one, this film makes no fucking sense. And that's pretty much the point. It's supposed to be absurd. It's like I described, a fever dream mixed with ADHD. It's just what it is. And it's kind of weirdly beautiful. Pro number two, this film has an all-star cast, and all these casts are playing their roles perfectly, even if this film makes no perfect sense or sense whatsoever. I think even the actors don't even know what this film is about. Even when they were signed up to do this film, they just wanted to be on a Wes Anderson film. Okay, so pro number three, I dig the color grading. I love the concept. Something about it is quite surreal. It kind of has this nostalgic storybook type of feeling to it that just draws you in. And I'm pretty sure you probably saw the trailer and that kind of drew you in. It's just beautiful. Pro number four, you know everyone in this film is doing it for the art. No one does a Wes Anderson film to be commercially successful. It's just something, it's like an actor's director. They all want to be in this film, so everyone's doing their absolute best in this film, but it's not for financial reasons. So there's no motivation financially for any of the actors to be in this film. They just love the art and it shows. So that's a strong pro for me when it comes to this film. Otherwise, what are we doing? And then pro number five for this film is it's a Wes Anderson film. It has all the makings of a Wes Anderson film. The symmetrical lines, the color palette, the absurd way people act in the film. It's got all of that. So if you like Wes Anderson films, you're getting a Wes Anderson film. Okay, so I'm gonna rate this movie a confusing 10 out of 10. Now, my reason for giving this movie a 10 out of 10 is purely because it's a Wes Anderson film. Now, if you're someone who's never seen any Wes Anderson films, please do not watch this film. You're gonna have a bad time. This film is for those who've seen his previous work and just want to, bask in his brilliance continuously, or, to follow up on it. Otherwise, do not see this film. It's not for you. You're gonna hate it. His films are very niche. So that's a warning to you. Okay, so my thoughts on this film. This film is absolutely absurd. The film knows it's absurd as well and wants to be absurd, so I can applaud it for being that way. But however, it's not a film for everyone. If you're looking for a film that will entertain you, just purely entertainment, this might not be that film. But if you're someone who's always watched Wes Anderson films, then this film will definitely guide you in the right way. You will possibly get some kind of, I don't know how to describe that. It's sort of a hard film to describe to anyone, but it is entertaining in a sense, but it's absolutely bonkers. It literally feels like ADHD. It's focusing on everything, that thing over there, but it doesn't know why it's doing that. And in some ways you end up being there for it. It's a Wes Anderson film. What do you expect? Seriously, don't pay money to watch this film if you're expecting some kind of blockbuster type deal. It's not going to work. It's not that film at all. This is for people who really like cinema. So it's for cinephiles or people who just want to see something artsy fartsy, or people who just like Wes Anderson, as I've said 1,000 times on this video already. And that's my 2 cents. If you are going to watch this movie or you've already watched this movie, I'd love to discuss it in the comments because I genuinely want to know what are people's thoughts on this. It's one of those niche films that I really just want to discuss with everyone I see who's actually seen it or wants to see it. Just why does this film exist? That's what I want to know. Till next time. Peace. I'm sure someone out there will do a video essay that is super brilliant and possibly pretentious. Maybe I'm a little bit of a hater of how people are able to do those video essays, but I'll watch that video for sure because I want to get more information about what just happened.